You know what, I want to cover some old tech news. Like it's 1998 and Internet Explorer just overtook Net Vista and there were only 151 Pokemon. Good stuff. But counterpoint, Quaxley. Okay, the magic's still there. Electronic Arts, the makers of your favorite full-priced annual sports game roster update, announced today that it has been acquired for $55 billion. The consortium buying EA includes Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, along with Affinity Partners, which was founded by Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Not the kind of Kush typically associated with gamers. The enormous deal makes EA the biggest leveraged buyout ever, and will see the company's shareholders get $210 per share. Right now, we don't know how this buyout will impact EA's games. We'll have to wait to find out if this is part of Saudi Arabia's attempt to resuscitate their public image, or if EA's video games will start to show signs of Saudi government influence. Perhaps a next-gen Sims title featuring forced labor and executions, or a Battlefield 6 DLC game mode featuring journalist assassinations. EA already just blew up our beloved Zac Efron. So really nothing's off the table. Qualcomm Snapdragon X2 Elite and X2 Elite Extreme chips have been benchmarked by a number of tech outlets since their unveiling last week, with most of those outlets running headlines like, this shows promise, and hey, not bad. Now, normally that kind of measured, cautious enthusiasm really gets me going, but it's important to note that the only results being shared are from specific synthetic benchmarks that Qualcomm pre-installed on the demo laptops. Although they did let the journalists press the start button, for which they received a sticker that said, "I helped." Now, some of you may remember Qualcomm had a similar setup while promoting the first-gen Snapdragon X series. The pre-launch hype for those chips reached a fever pitch. Reviewers and certain tech news-related individuals were foaming at the mouth for what we all thought and hoped would be Windows' answer to Apple Silicon. Power, efficiency, and compatibility on the ARM architecture. And then the actual chips launched. And their performance turned out to be just okay. They were interesting and innovative and definitely pretty cool, but compatibility issues remained and the gaming experience didn't live up to the hype. So forgive me if I feel the need to use a bit more than a pinch of salt in this particular entree, even if I do love to see it on the menu. OpenAI is adding a couple long-awaited features to ChatGPT, parental controls, and the ability to buy stuff directly from the chatbot. Two things that actually go together quite well. After a lawsuit from the parents of a teen who took his own life, the parental controls OpenAI promised are finally here, allowing parents to link to their teenagers' accounts if the teen opts in, and if the teen doesn't ever disconnect their account, which they can do at any time, although the parents will be notified. And right there is a perfect illustration of how, in the internet age, we're just trying to figure, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. This is parental controls for the good kids that need it the least, but it's something? If the accounts stay linked though, parents can customize their teen's experience by setting time limits, turning off voice mode and image generation, and hopefully disabling that other new feature, instant checkout. It'll let ChatGPT suggest products that users can buy without ever leaving the app. It's built on an open agent commerce protocol developed with Stripe, and will only work with Etsy listings for now, although the plan is to add support for over 1 million Shopify merchants soon, which is exciting news for the diehards who couldn't ignore that something real was missing in their relationship with their AI boyfriend or girlfriend. The ability to engage in commerce. Or at least have a conversation about our sponsor, Proton, the email provider that's not linked to big tech, so they don't want your personal data. Oh, you live in X place with Y other people and or animals, they could literally not care less, although they are happy for you. See, Proton uses end-to-end zero-access encryption, so only you can read your emails. I thought that's how it's supposed to work. Plus, they use advanced phishing protection, tracker blocking, and they even monitor the dark web to see if your email shows up, because that's not allowed. cloud. And if you're super serious about privacy, Proton lets you use unlimited email aliases. Plus, you can connect to it through the Tor network for another layer of anonymity. Wow, I wish Proton could also replace apps like Google Docs and my VPN and password manager too. That would be, guess what? They can. So yeah, I guess you gotta go create an account for free, try it for a few months and see how it feels to stick it to big tech now, using our links in the description. Proton. Regieleki is the fastest Pokemon with a base speed stat of 200, but that Legends, it's got nothing on these quick bits. NVIDIA's RTX 50 Super series of cards are rumored to be arriving in the first half of 2026. BenchLife reports that although the cards were expected to be announced at January CES 2026, the cards should actually be revealed between March and May this coming year. BenchLife suggests that the RTX 5070, 5070 Ti, and 5080 will all get super variants, which will see all three cards' memory capacity expanded. Wow, it's very thoughtful of NVIDIA to delay these cards so we have more time to process the damage they'll do to our collective bank accounts. Stop buying NVIDIA. They're gonna sell out. It's just a fact. ASUS is working to address stuttering and performance issues with several of its ROG gaming laptops. Apparently, the issue impacts ROG laptops all the way back to the 2021 models, but this bug was only recently brought to light by Zefkek on GitHub, whose work was highlighted on our September 19th WAN show. Maybe. ASUS has released beta BIOS updates for a number of the affected laptops, and in a community update, the company says to expect more finalized work in early October. It's good of ASUS for finally getting on this long-standing issue after being called out on a popular tech podcast. Now that's the kind of quick customer service we love to see. All right. Apple has made its own ChatGPT-like chatbot app, but it exists only to test their new Siri AI revamp. Ultimate knower of Apple's secrets, the imperious Germinatorius Mark Gurman, reports that the new app, codenamed Veritas, is being used internally by Apple staff to test out the company's current AI models. However, the app is not planned to be released alongside the long-awaited upgraded Siri, which could start rolling out as early as this coming March. Now, early is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Honestly though, Apple, take all the time you need to make this good. Nobody needs a slightly better Siri. It's too late for that. Microsoft doesn't seem to like your energy when you're working with its Office products, so inspired by AI-driven vibe coding, they're introducing Vibe Working, aka not working. Using Microsoft's new Office agent in Copilot Chat, you can type in prompts to create AI-generated PowerPoint presentations and Word documents, with Excel support coming soon. Probably not gonna win any Excel championships with this, but hey. You can also use the incredibly similarly named Agent Mode in Word or Excel to create AI-generated spreadsheets and documents right in the app. Ultimately, what is better for your work vibes than just letting AI do a worse job of your tasks for you? Your work doesn't make sense? Who cares? You're vibing. And what do you do for work? We vibe. And beloved streamer Skyrim Grandma, also known as Shirley Curry, has announced her retirement from uploading Elder Scrolls videos. In her goodbye video, the soon-to-be 90-year-old told her viewers that after about 15 years of streaming, she is tired and not having fun anymore. But don't worry, Curry says she'll still be posting a vlog every so often, and she even left information to stay in contact with her. Nice to see her retire like this, instead of because of an arrow to the knee. Plus, there are always rumors that the Elder Scrolls 6 could be right around the corner, so one day, we might see Skyrim Grandma ride again. But I know TechLinked will definitely ride again on Wednesday, so come back on that day. For now, go like and subscribe, and I will go catch up on literal decades worth of new Pokemon. What the hell is a Blacephalon? Blacephalon?